Last chance to give us a call here live in the studio. The number is 410-922-6680. And we're in our segment called Mailsack, where we finally get a little bit of an opportunity to talk about ourselves and our company, Max and Stevens Premium Hemp Extracts. And this week, we had an interesting call from a customer. Steven, you took that call, so I'd love for you to tell us that story.
Sure. Yeah, it was Deborah. She called, it was in the evening, and really she bought, I think it was 5 bottles from one of the pharmacies that sells a product, and she'd been taking it for about 5 days already. She wants it to help her sleep.
Okay, so she went to a pharmacy that actually carries our product and bought a few bottles because she wanted it to help sleep. Okay.
Yeah, so she bought a couple bottles, and she had been taking it for a few days, and she would take it at night. So she wanted to use it for sleep. And she said, it's been 5 days, and I'm not sure if I notice anything. So, of course, I asked her a few questions. Are you taking anything else for sleep? And she was. She's currently taking some medication for sleep. Still taking that, didn't stop taking it, but was also, added this. And I said, okay. Anything else that you're, doing sometimes when you use CBD just in general, because she really was using it as a sleeping pill. And the most important thing I brought up to her and I wanted her to mention was that, and really the way CBD works in the body, and you've heard it today from Janelle, you heard it from Doc G, the body has an endocannabinoid system. And really every living thing wants to be balanced. It wants to, they call it homeostasis. It wants to be in balance for optimal performance. That's what life is, survive and replicate, right? So when your body is stressed, it can become out of balance. And CBD and the cannabinoids from the hemp plant are, when ingested, they help the body balance itself out.
Go ahead.
All right, so long story short, she's drinking 3 caffeine sugar sodas a day. So full, heavy Coke, regular Cokes. 3 a day. So caffeine spread throughout the day. She was smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
And I can't remember what it was. She really wasn't doing too much to look out for herself otherwise.
But it sounds like she's doing a lot of things throughout the day that might be stimulating her body in certain ways. And,
Right. So my first thought was, if you can look at it as a harm reduction, like it may not necessarily, don't look at it to measure success by how much you sleep, but look at your life holistically. If you can, instead of drinking 3 sodas a day, if taking CBD helps calm you to the point where you feel like you don't, you can maybe resist it down to 2, or maybe you can smoke less cigarettes. I mean, it helped me stop using nicotine, CBD, because it does help with addictions.
And cravings.
Think of it, and cravings and all different types of things. If you think about it as a holistic product, and you take it slowly and steady over time, it's really what the body's looking for. It's a plant. It's been grown from the earth. It's not a processed product like most of the foods and things that people eat. So let's just keep it basic and then see what happens. Be consistent for 2 weeks. She had enough product there. She bought, I think it was five or 6 bottles.
Did she happen to mention how much she was taking at night?
She was taking a full dropper.
Oh, well, I mean,
night.
So, yeah, that's probably not a good idea to start. Not that it's harmful in any way, but, you're negating it.
She'd never used cannabis before.
I see. So
she just didn't know. And specifically, if she hadn't taken any before, used any cannabis before, you always want to start with a small serving. So I suggest her just to take even if it's just a couple drops throughout the day, would be better than this, one lump at the end of the day.
And it's an important point for all of our customers that pick up our product from any of our partners. I mean, obviously our partners are knowledgeable people, but occasionally people pick up things and they're not properly educated on it. You can call us at any time and ask those questions. The number is 443-743-2444. I know it's not time to mention our number yet, but I think it's applicable.
Well, and I'm glad you brought it up, because she really felt like she was bothering me. She had that question. She also wanted to know if it was conflicting with the caffeine, that if maybe the caffeine that she's drinking or the nicotine in the cigarettes was canceling out somehow the cannabinoids, and that way it just wasn't working.
And I bet she was relieved that she actually got to speak to you. I know that when I answer calls from customers, they're really surprised that we answer our own phones, but folks, we actually do.
It is. And that's what's important about us doing what we do and why we do what we do, is so we can be there to answer that call, because it's important. And I told her, look, you're never bothering us. If we can't get to the phone, we can't. I mean, but for the most part, we'll get right back to you. And you're going to get Max, or you're not going to get a call center that's going to try to close you for your credit card.
Right.
You know, and that's really what most of the industry is. It's, you know, give me your information, I'll give you a free product, give me your credit card, let's get you set up on an auto pay. We'll give you free products up front, and then, you know, down the road.
We're not part of that industry. We're all about balance, right? I mean, ultimately, isn't this all about balance? It's about make sure that you understand that your life has to be balanced, your body has to be balanced, and use products that help with that balance rather than, you know, what you may think you need, I think.
Yeah, well, it's true by our business, right? It's a slow, steady, you know, building customers, building relationships. We have, you know, even this past year where we haven't been able to be in front of consumers and bring in new customers, the relationships that we've built over the past year before have really carried us through. And the referrals have been much appreciated, you know. So, yeah, and absolutely, before we end the show, we want to make sure we can thank our guests that came in. Janelle LaSalle, fantastic guest. Hopefully we can have you back.
Yeah.
Doc G, you know, great advice on how to use cannabis, how the body uses it all the time. I mean, we really appreciate that, and you listeners, you know.
You know, we're blessed, right? We have the best listeners, we have the best guests, we have the best partners, and I think that, you know, it's a testament to what we do and what we're trying to build as a company. We also want to thank, on that note, our sponsors, Max and Stevens Premium Hemp Extracts. That's right, that's us. We say what we say is in the bottle, Steven.
It's in the bottle.
It indeed is in the bottle.
You can take that to the bank.
Take that to the bank. The best way to reach us is hello@maxandstevens.com. And, of course, you can call us at 443-743-2444. You can also text that number if you prefer. I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
I was going to make sure we thanked Noah.
Noah, of course.
Noah on the light boards. He's been handy on the phones today.
He's been the king of the blinky light room.
This is a flawless day.
Flawless so far.
For Noah.
So far.
Maybe he's been using our CBD. I don't know.